Well, it hasn't stopped cyclists from being on the road for day two of the Register's annual Great Bike Ride across Iowa.
They left Milford in the Iowa Great Lakes early this morning on their way to Estherville, the second overnight town on the route. And that is where we find KTIV's Ellen Ide. Ellen, have any cyclists made it to Milford yet?
They sure have. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. The ride from Milford this morning to Estherville is only about 45 miles. So they are started arriving pretty early this morning. We're going to backtrack, take a look at this video from yesterday. You can see bikers rolled into Milford, completing their 70-mile journey from Orange City. Even with the shorter ride, cyclists were up. Even with the shorter ride today, cyclists were up and moving early, making a few stops along the way, including a historic stop outside of Iowa. But back here in Estherville, the party is getting started. I'm joined here by Lexi Reuter from the Estherville Chamber of Commerce, kind of the making everything happen behind the scenes. Can you tell us about what's going on here in Estherville today?
Yeah, well, town is definitely hopping, as you can see, and you were right. The bikers showed up early. I know we were setting up at like 8 o'clock this morning, and they were rolling in already. I was like, oh, we're not ready for you, but we are ready now. So we have got music all afternoon. We've got live music starting at 5:30 tonight with Bad Friends going from 5:30 until 8:30. The Pork Tornadoes, which we know is everybody's favorite, is on from 9 to 11 right here in downtown Estherville in our beautiful library square. We have a beautiful lush green park for everyone to come sit in. We've got bags set out. We've got tons of food vendors, music, other vendors. So you should be very entertained. It's a nice, relaxing, and it's a beautiful day for sitting outside. So it's a great day to come to Estherville.
And how does a community of just about 6,000 people prepare for 20 to 30,000 people to come to town overnight?
A lot of work and hair pulling out, but we get there. So this community is wonderful for stepping up when we need it. We've got a ton of volunteers who signed up. I actually am wandering around because I have so much help that I feel like I'm not even as needed as I normally am. So we've got an amazing crew around here that are doing everything we've been planning since January, and so we're excited to have this underway and to get to show off Estherville and our amazing community to, like you said, 20,000 people.
And you guys have made it seem pretty easy, but what are some of the challenges you guys faced along the planning process?
Yeah, I mean, definitely one of them is just finding the space for people and figuring out who's going to do what, where, and when. We're used to doing large-scale events here in Estherville, but you only do this one every 20 years, and so all the different elements, we're not used to having to find camping and housing and that kind of stuff. So the big downtown fun, we're good at that. We know what we're doing, but all that other extra stuff that comes along with RAGBRAI is the challenge. So, but we had great people step up, and RAGBRAI was a big help in guiding us where to go.
All right, and thank you, Lexi. We will be hearing from Lexi again tonight on Live at 5, so you can look forward to that. And another first for RAGBRAI. The riders are leaving the state of Iowa for the first time today. This is the first time the route has taken riders outside of the state, and they'll be traveling 15 miles through Jackson County with a stop in Brown Park. We've gotten an update that our meteorologists Owen Basselman and RJ Breen have made it to the park. That was a stop they were really looking forward to, so we're excited to hear about their experience tonight on News 4. For about the next 24 hours, the population here in Estherville is going to be roughly quadrupled. We heard a little bit about how they were able to make it all happen, but we'll have more from the Estherville Chamber of Commerce coming up in about a half an hour.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Ellen. That was KTIV's Ellen Ide with Live Link 4 in Estherville.
And of course, as Ellen said, we'll have more live coverage from RAGBRAI tonight on News 4 Live at 5 and on News 4 at 6 o'clock. Well, let's take a look at today's route from Milford to Estherville. Day two is one of the shorter days on the route. Cyclists left Milford for a short 4.5 miles to Wahpeton, and from there, as Ellen said, a first for RAGBRAI trip into Minnesota and stop at Brown Park, Minnesota. They will then head back to Iowa with a stop in Superior before ending the day in Estherville 42.2 miles later.